Tomorrow is a much awaited India-Pakistan clash that most of the cricket fans across the world have been waiting to watch. I and Sachin have joined hands to discuss more on that and to, in fact, discuss about our cricket enthusiasm and the informal discussions that we generally have. And we thought to just make it a bit more public and make sure that we delve and discuss with a much more deeper attention. Sachin, over to you.
तो अब जैसे कि आप सब लोग जानते हैं कि कल ऐसा मैच है कि जिसको हम इंडियंस बोलते हैं कि भाई जो जीत लिया तो वर्ल्ड कप जीत लिया। इस मैच को जीतना वर्ल्ड कप से भी ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होता है हमारे। तो अब हम बात करते हैं कि सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर्स क्या हैं। ऑब्वियसली जो सबसे पहला इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर होता है, हम बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स डिस्कस करेंगे जो इम्पैक्ट करते हैं मैच को। The most important factor is the pitch, as we have seen in this World Cup, that most of the pitches that have been dished out have been flat tracks. Scores of over 350, 300 have been breached, I think, 3 or 4 times. So tomorrow, what we can expect from the pitch? So Sandeep, what can we expect from the pitch tomorrow?
I think it is going to be a batting belter. I don't really think it's gonna turn a lot. I don't think there will be a lot of swing except during the initial overs, right? Maybe under the lights, the wicket might offer some assistance to the swing bowlers, right? Considering the fact that there is Jasprit Bumrah and then Shaheen Shah Afridi. But however, I'm sure this is going to be a batting belter, and then we're going to watch and witness a pretty high scoring match, my view.
So we can expect, I think, around 350 to 400. What do you think?
I think any side that bats first should definitely aim for a score somewhere around 325, 350. Okay. That should be the minimum score, my view, right? And then if you have observed the last match that was played in this World Cup, right? New Zealand and then England, right? The England scored about 280 odd, and despite the fact that that was a subpar batting performance by England, and then that resulted in a score of about 280 plus. So that indicates that there is definitely a lot that the batsman can cherish on this particular track. I'm sure 350 should be the score if someone bats first.
So I think one more thing. Since it is expected to be a flat track, दोनों teams, Pakistan, India, इनमें से अगर since it's expected to be a flat track, the scores are expected to be in the range of 350 to 400. किस टीम को आपको लगता है कि पहले बैटिंग करने से ज्यादा फायदा होगा?
I think, you know what, that's a pretty interesting question. See, India's strength has always been their batting, right? And then Pakistan's strength has always been their bowling, correct? If India bats first, right? I mean, of course, considering the fact that they have got a pretty strong batting lineup, they are capable of getting that 350 or 340 odd, which is definitely on cards. But I think if Pakistan bats first, right? If Pakistan bats first and tonks Indian bowling and gets 350 or 340 odd score, I think that's huge. That's a huge advantage to Pakistan, in my view, right? So basically, if Pakistan bats first and then scores about 330, 340, I think it's advantage Pakistan. To me, India is more neutral. Yeah.
और मुझे लगता है कि that's what I feel कि if Pakistan bats first, I think they have the best chance. If they are going to bat second, and say if India is going to bat first, considering Indian batting, I think India scores in the range of 350, 375. I think considering the Pakistani batting struggling, top order is kind of inexperienced. Middle order is although Rizwan scored 130 odd against Sri Lanka. Sri Lankan bowling is an ordinary
Yeah,
If you take out Hasaranga, their bowling is pretty ordinary. So you cannot
absolutely,
take into account against Indian bowling. So
absolutely,
I think Pakistan is going to find it really difficult to chase anything above 325. And if you talk about India chasing 350 on this kind of wicket, you can still give India a 50% chance. But Pakistan's chasing, considering they have batting which scores about run a ball, they don't have a fifth gear. I think it'll be difficult for Pakistan if they are going to bat second more than India. I think India still has a chance chasing big score, but Pakistan I think find it really difficult. So their best chance lies batting first. So going
absolutely.
forward, let's talk about the key players, right? What are the key? Who
Before
are the key
that, no,
players?
no, before that, sorry to interrupt. I think let us talk about the team composition, right? And
Yeah, yeah,
then we can discuss team composition, the final 11, and then we'll jump on
absolutely.
to the key players, right?
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you see any change? Let us, of course, talk about Pakistan, right? They won against Sri Lanka, and then their opener got a blazing 100. I don't really see too much change. I'm not really expecting any changes in the Pakistani side. I think Abdullah Shafiq should open along with Imamul Haq, and then Babar Azam, Mohammad Rizwan, Shaw Shakil, so on and so forth. I don't really see a huge change in the Pakistani 11. What about
I think
what
the
do you think?
only possibility for a change in Pakistani 11 is with Mohammad Nawaz. The only possibility I can see. Although they would like to keep him or keep a spinner to maintain that balance. But since it's India, it's a flat track, so they might, although the possibilities less, they might drop Mohammad Nawaz and bring in probably another seamer or an all-rounder. So that is the only possibility of a change in Pakistan. Talking about India, I think we can expect the reports say that Shubman Gill is expected to play 99%. He's going to play. He has travelled with Indian team to Ahmedabad, so he's expected to play. Apart from that, another one of those games, since it's a flat track, I think they are not looking to play Ashwin, considering Pakistan plays spin well as well. So I think they are going to stick with Shardul Thakur because of his batting prowess. So I think it should be for India. It should be Shubman Gill should come in. Rest of the 11 should be rest of the 10 guys should be the same. So I think that can be the only change we can expect from India side.
Don't you think we can expect Shami? Of course, even I don't really think Shami should be in the final 11, but Siraj being a little off colored in the last game, right? Of course, it's too early
Yeah.
to drop or call it that he's out of form. He has been in great form, in fact. Okay. So I don't really think even Shami should be in, right? I mean, I don't really see and anticipate any further change in the pace attack. What do you think?
पाटा विकेट पे शामी को खिलाने का फायदा इसलिए नहीं होगा बिकॉज आपको अगर आप बड़ा स्कोर चेज कर रहे हैं तो आपको बैटिंग डेप्थ चाहिए. बैटिंग डेप्थ शार्दुल ठाकुर देते हैं, वो हिट भी कर सकते हैं बड़ा. अगर आप
Yeah,
चेज कर
yeah,
रहे हैं बड़ा स्कोर, खुदा ना खास्ता आपके 6-7 प्लेयर आउट हो जाते हैं, 20-25 बॉल पे आपको 40-50 रन चाहिए, तो शार्दुल ठाकुर कैन कम इन एंड हिट अ फ्यू, tonk a few out of the park, as they say.
absolutely.
But Shardul Thakur is important, especially considering that it's a Pata wicket. So I think India will stick to Shardul. That's what I feel.
No, absolutely. I completely agree with you. Number 8 batting position has become highly pivotal these days in ODIs. I'm sure India should stick with Shardul Thakur at number 8. And then the key players from
Yeah.
both the sides. Okay, so go for it. Pakistan, whom do you think will make a huge difference?
I think Pakistan has to be Shaheen Shah Afridi, simply because he has the ability to make initial breakthroughs. It's it's Indian openers, especially Rohit Sharma, he can take the game away really quickly from the opposition. So in that kind of scenario, getting Sharma out quickly is very important, and we know who can get him out, who has done
Absolutely.
it in the past. I think Shaheen Shah Afridi, if he finds his rhythm, which is missing from last few games, then if he makes some early inroads, then I think it will break the game open for Pakistan. So I think Shaheen Shah Afridi, just because of those important breakthroughs, initial breakthroughs, is very important. If Shaheen goes wicketless in the first 5 overs, then I can assure you Pakistan is chasing leather for rest of the day. So he
Very
is
true.
very important. And obviously, the next player who is important is the mainstay of their batting is Babar Azam. More so because I don't see anybody else who has the ability to take Pakistan to 350 or 375. They don't have that kind of batting. So I think Babar Azam is really important. And Haris Rauf to an extent because of his pace. He can rattle Indian
Rattle, yeah,
batsmen.
yeah, yeah,
These are
yeah.
the players I think are important. What do you think? Who are the important Indian players?
Of course, I would love to start with Jasprit Bumrah. I'm sure he's going to trouble the Pakistani openers. Abdullah Shafiq, he scored 100, but I would love to see him play against Jasprit Bumrah. And even Babar Azam, I don't think Babar Azam or even Mohammad Rizwan would have played Bumrah a lot. And then it would be tough for at least the top order, the top three players of Pakistan, top three batsmen of Pakistan, to in fact get used to Bumrah's action. It is not going to be that easy to play Bumrah. And even Siraj, he has been in great form of late, right? So to me, I think the pace bowling attack of India looks quite strong, right? And Virat Kohli and KL Rahul, these two folks have been in great form again. We cannot forget the way KL Rahul played in Asia Cup and also in the first game in the opener of India's World Cup campaign. He played really well, and of course he didn't get a chance to bat against Australia. I think Virat Kohli, KL Rahul are going to be huge impact players in the batting department, and Rohit Sharma's 100 in the last game, right, against Afghanistan. I think it should definitely be a statement that Rohit Sharma actually, in fact, given to the other nations that are playing World Cup. That if the conditions to support, then I can score at 140, 150 strike rate. I think, yeah. So I think and then the X factor, Kuldeep Yadav, right? Let's not forget him. Again, even it's the same with the Mohammad Rizwan and then Babar Azam, right? They haven't played Kuldeep Yadav much, right? So it's gonna be, and then it is not easy to pick Kuldeep's googly. So I'm sure Bumrah, Kuldeep, Virat, and then KL Rahul. I think these four are the key players, right? Who may have a great impact.
So I think the list is long for India, which is good that we have important players. Moving forward, let's talk about. I think the most important aspect is strengths and weaknesses of these sides. Let's talk about India's strengths. In my view, India's strength, which has been historically Pakistan's strength in this World Cup, is their fast bowling. We have seen till date in this World Cup, we have seen the sides whose fast bowlers have performed well, like New Zealand, Bolt, Henry, South Africa, Rabada, Marco Jansen. They have performed well, they are doing well. In India also. So, Bumrah and Siraj have done really well lately. So I think India's fast bowling outscores Pakistan's fast bowling, which is rare, but it is the case in this World Cup. So I think India's strength is their fast bowling. Seems to be, oh, what are we talking about? India's fast bowling is their strength, but that is the case in this World Cup.
Of course.
And of course, India's batting, India's middle order in particular, Rahul, Kohli, then you have Pandya, you have Jadeja.
Jadeja at number 7, yeah.
Jadeja can score you if you are in trouble. Jadeja can bail you out. He can run the ball 50. I can tell you.
Absolutely, yeah.
Strength is their middle order, their fast bowling, and surprise, they have spin bowling. Jadeja, Kuldeep Yadav, and
yeah.
Just sitting outside. Another good spin bowler, wily spin bowler, experienced and wily. So these are India's strengths. So, mind you, all three departments are India's strength. The only weakness, if we talk about weakness that India has, is their top order. And why I say weakness, people will say, oh, Rohit Sharma is a weakness. We have a handy left arm pace
Fast
bowler.
bowler, yeah.
So we know that Indian openers find it difficult to navigate left arm pacers initially because of the indippers. So I think that considering Shubman Gill is coming from a layoff, small layoff, so I think Indian top order is a bit of a concern. But rest of the things are in place, and I think they are India should do well. So Sandeep, what do you think about Pakistan?
I think Pakistan's strengths, I think it has always been their bowling attack. Even minus Naseem Shah, they still look strong to me, especially the opening pace attack. Even though it's Hassan Ali, right? He picked up 4 wickets in the last game. Though he leaks quite a few runs, I think he's a wicket-taking option for Pakistan. And then Harish Shroff, Shaheen Afridi, if they get going well, then they might just trouble the Indian batsmen, no matter whether it's Virat Kohli or it's KL Rahul or even Rohit Sharma. I think Indian batsmen should definitely look out for the swing or some movement, especially the openers, as you said, Shubman Gill and then Rohit Sharma, who are not really that great against quality pace attacks, in my view. Right. And then apart from their fast bowling, right? I think their only other strength is Mohammad Rizwan getting 100 in the last game. Of course, he chased quite well. He showed quite a bit of temperament, right? That I thought it's always lacking in the Pakistani batting department. Apart from Babar Azam, we don't really find anyone who is capable of playing big knocks or huge knocks, 140 plus or 150 plus. So I think it's Babar Azam and then Mohammad Rizwan along with Shaheen Afridi and Harish Shroff. I think these 4 are the key players as well as key strengths for Pakistan, right? And then with regard to their weaknesses, right? I think it's their lack of depth in their bowling attack. I don't see a quality spinner. And then we just spoke about Mohammad Nawaz being replaced potentially for this game. And then Shadab Khan has not been in great form. I don't really think their bowling attack has depth, right? If at all, the ball doesn't swing, and then Shaheen Afridi's pace has been a concern. He has been bowling at a lesser pace in this World Cup. If he doesn't click, right, then it becomes a huge concern from Pakistan's perspective. Right.
Right. So, what do you think? What is going to happen tomorrow? Who is going to win?
I think it's going to be 95-5 India.
95-5. I hope Pakistanis are not listening to this. Otherwise,
no, I think let's be pretty honest. Yeah, our recent record against Pakistan, except the initial encounter in the Asia Cup where our batting order collapsed, but that was an exception, right? And then remember, Naseem Shah was playing in that game. I'm a huge fan of Naseem Shah. I think he could have troubled both the Indian batsmen. Mind Shubman Gill as well as Rohit Sharma would have struggled against him. But Pakistani bowling attack minus Naseem Shah doesn't have the spine, my view. Right. So
मैं आपसे honestly मैं आपसे completely सहमत हूँ. I would change the percentage to 94 to 6. That's all I can do this much of favor to Pakistani fans. I think India is. I've never. I don't think I've seen India such overwhelming favorites in the past.
yeah.
I think it's always been maximum 75 to 25. But this time around, there's a gulf between these two sides. Of course, whomsoever plays well on that day wins, which Pakistan can do. But I think sitting here right now and picking a winner, I think you are going to go with India, and I'm wearing blue as well. So no prizes for guessing I'm supporting India, and I think India should win this game unless and until they have a bad day. So considering all the odds, I think India should win this game. They have everything going for them. The only, as I said earlier, the best chance Pakistan has is batting first and scoring big. So I think that's it. Our vote is in favor of India. So that's it from my side. These are my closing comments. Over to you, Sandeep. Do you have anything to say? Any closing comments?
No, all the best to both the teams. In fact, both the teams have won their respective games till now, right? Which is a huge positive factor coming into this game, which is a crucial game, right, for both the teams. But having said that, the better team wins on any given day in ODIs or even in T20s. I think India is looking quite strong both on paper as well as in terms of execution. So I would love to go with India. And having said that, I would love to witness a pretty close contest, right? That's my closing comment.
All right, then. This is our first video. I hope you liked it. You liked our analysis, and we hope to, going forward in this World Cup and beyond, we would like to give our peace of mind, and hope you like the video, and please subscribe the channel and share the video. Thank you.
Thank you very much.